Yo, guys, check it out. Here is the sixth installment of the Big Beard Friends, and already you can already see a different guest over here. Here is my beautiful daughter, the one and only Grace Jones. Grace, well, I'm gonna let her tell you about herself. Go ahead and tell the people how old you are.
I'm 13.
She's 13. So some of y'all watching, you're thinking back, Blake, I remember when you were 13. You do. She's nothing like me. She's just like her mom. She looks like her mom. She's beautiful. If she looked like me, you'd be like, wow, you got some hairy and ugly kids there. It doesn't even work that way. But anyway, all right. But I wanted her on the show, and the reason being is, as most of you know, we have this pandemic, and we don't always, I know we can't see all the perspectives in the world of children, but we get to see this perspective of a 13-year-old and her view. So I'm going to talk to her just a little bit. She's going to come with the topic. We're going to play some have yous with her, and I'm going to do the word game where I say a word, and you'll turn around and say the first thing. But, okay, with this being said, you're in middle school now.
Yes.
And you go, what grade are you in?
I'm in 7th grade.
7th grade.
It's a complicated story.
What? It's all right. She was one of those late.
The registration date for pre-K was September 1st, and here I come, September 3rd.
So it just didn't pan out
didn't
there.
Work, so I had to wait a whole another year. So I am one of the oldest 7th graders.
But I told her that was all right because they get to look up to her. They'll look up like she's doing it. She learns, and you can help be.
I'll get a car first, so I mean it's okay.
Speaking of school, do you
like
that? And like as a 7th grader, as a 13-year-old, do you like that when the younger classmen knowing that they would look up to you, or is it like I don't need to be your role model? I don't look at me, or do you? If you knew some kid was doing that to you, how would that make you feel?
I would feel, I guess you'd say, pride's not the word, but like happy's not the word either. Like you just have that like, I guess
overwhelmed.
Yeah, like just that like kind of wow kind of thing. Like they look up to me. Like
okay,
that's just pretty cool to think that like you have this whole new generation of children looking up to you. Like that's pretty cool.
That would be cool. See, she has 2 siblings. We won't talk about them now because I won't put them on the show yet. But she has 2 younger siblings, so she gets to, kind of, I think have some kind of leeway to what's going on. And at the same time, we both know she doesn't know nothing yet. No, but anyway, she's very mature. Once again, like her mother, not like me. I mean, look at me. All right, with this being said, you've had a lot of classes here lately, as most of these people's kids watching online. You've done a lot of these Zoom calls. You've done a lot of these meetings, even with the church. How are you looking at that? How do you think your friends look at that? Do you like that? Is it weird? You're just going with the flow now. Quarantine, sitting back, scaring you? Does it scare you? How does it make you feel?
It's kind of complicated. I have mixed feelings for this whole situation.
Yeah.
One reason I don't like this whole situation is because we have to do the Zoom calls, and I hate Zoom because my entire 7th grade, not just my class, just the whole entire grade, gets on these Zoom calls, and that's my face to about 100 kids right there. That's a lot.
Well, we hope a lot more's watching than this, but just to tell her that, she's going to be like, no.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's kind of annoying to, like, knowing that so many people are literally essentially stalking me. Because the way the Zoom calls work, it, like, shuffles through all the people's screens. So I could be on someone else's, like, my face could be on someone else's screen.
Yeah.
And that's just uncomforting to me. But it's my face, so I'm going to find it uncomforting.
I always said I got the perfect face for radio, and here I am with a video here. So, but
I like it because.
Okay, so it's kind of all right. I can see this. Yeah, excuse me. Do you think? Are you glad? That's what I was going to say. Do you think it was a good thing that they canceled school for the rest of the year? Or is that, do you really deep down inside go, man, I wish I could have went these last 8 weeks or whatever it came to? I don't even know if there was that much, but
it was like
it was
approximately probably about 8, 9, 10 weeks.
Okay.
But I
You
don't
like
know.
that? No?
Like, I like that we're not at school because I don't like...
So you're not going back to, like,
School.
August.
Yeah, that's the good thing, is that we don't have to go back to school, but then the bad thing, I'm not going to be able to see my friends for 6 months. It's
Well,
that's just really sad.
well, we get off this quarantine life. Maybe your friends will...
I hope
Maybe
so.
the whole summer consists of everybody getting together and having this.
It's really kind of sad because there were so many celebrations, like award ceremonies, band stuff. We have a thing for band. It's an LGPE concert. If you don't know what that is, it's large group performance evaluations.
Okay.
And we get judged to do a concert.
Yeah.
And that concert was coming up a couple weeks before we were sent home.
She's in band. She plays the drums. Don't let it fool you.
Yeah.
Some of these guys out here don't understand that. I'm not musically inclined, but anyway.
First chairman. Anyways, we have our concert coming up. And then because the quarantine or the 1 week school shutdown happened, my band director was like, yo, we're just going to set it a couple weeks away. Well, it turns out every time that he would move the concert, they would extend the quarantine stay-at-home date.
Oh, yeah.
So
Extend
now...
just a little bit further and further.
Yeah, we would move the concert, they would move the date. So we just have to keep going and going and going.
Yeah.
And that just didn't work out, so we just had to cancel the thing altogether, which was really sad, because we were going to play the Jurassic Park theme song for our concert. So.
She actually knows that, too, because I'm a good parent. And I showed her what the 90s were like when it comes to movies. That's pretty cool. I like that right there. All right, well, look. You've seen my show. We sit down and we actually watch this as a family because I think it's important. If we're going to be goofy, they've already known me being the way I am, so it's only right to bring it out to you guys. So with that being said, there's a part of the show. I'm going to say some words, just a few words, and we're going to wing this one, and I want you to say the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay? Orange.
Orange. Like the fruit orange.
Yeah, okay. That's true. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Water.
The ocean.
Okay. Cloud.
The sky.
Okay. Fart.
Stinky.
That's all right. I know that the fart one's going to get everybody. We got to keep this good joke going.
Gotta keep it.
All right. Love.
A feeling.
Oh, all right. Church.
Jesus.
Jesus. How about Jesus? I'm going to say that.
Oh, that one. I say it like it's a bad thing.
Oh, that one.
No. Okay.
Kind of. She thought I was repeating her answer.
Yeah. Anyways, I think whenever someone says Jesus, I think of like my salvation and like my Savior. Like, whoa.
Which is a segue to this right here. That was a cool little part there. I like playing those games there. Segue meaning this is we're going to lead into this right here real quick. And we're going to move right along here. So this is going. She's talking about her salvation. So I wasn't cutting her short. And is that something that you go to school with? If you tell... Do you think that attracts or repels friends when you say, I believe in Christ, I love God, is that something that you deal with personally?
My best friend is an atheist, so she doesn't believe that there's a God.
Or she claims that.
Well, yeah, that's what she
claims.
calls herself.
A friend she knows.
And it's really sad because we've grown up together and we're like best friends, like almost like sisters. We're really close friends. And she doesn't believe in God or a God. Mm-hmm. And she used to be Catholic, and then her family just kind of lost that. She calls it a religious feel. It's like they just lost that. And it's really sad because every time I mention something about Christianity or something about God, I feel bad because it makes her feel uncomfortable because she doesn't believe that. But then at the same time, all my other Christian friends, we like...
So yeah, what do you do? That makes you feel that way. So what do you do? What do you do when that happens? When you're put in that predicament? How does that make you feel? You just said that, but what do you do as a Christian?
What I do, I have talked to the friend who claims herself to be an atheist so many times.
Sure.
About how
This is out of concern. We're talking
Yeah.
about this.
That I understand that she doesn't believe in anything, but I've also told her, I said, but I'm not gonna stop talking about what I believe because she doesn't talk. She doesn't just drop whatever she talk. She doesn't just drop whatever she believes in and just doesn't talk about it anymore. So I told her that I'm not gonna necessarily stop talking about God, but I'm not gonna shove it down her throat and make her listen to me every 2 seconds. It's like we both are on the same boundaries of like.
It's like you respect each other.
Yeah, we respect each other's beliefs, but
that's got to be hard too in the schools.
it is, especially this generation and this.
I'm like you're doing this. I mean, you can get laughed at. You can make fun of. People can shun you. We say grace in the well, I say grace is grace. Grace says a blessing. Grace don't say the grace, but we say the blessing before every meal. But if we're out in public, sometimes they don't want to say it. But it's not out of love that you don't. It's just that little. But we've also done it in public a lot, so that's all right with that. What I'm saying is, you get to see, you get to hear the perspective of these teenagers. I mean, she is the teen, starting the teen years, and I hope to have her on. And the more we go, the more we'll grow. You also go on trips through the church.
Oh yeah.
You go on.
I went to United Weekend.
Yeah. You got to plug the church, absolutely.
Very cool. Lanier Hills. Yeah.
And one way that she funds some of this stuff, and believe it or not, guys, she has a Facebook page, a link we can give you. I'll put it up here as well. But you make, if that goes out, don't worry about that. The wires. But we'll just keep going. We're having some difficulties over here. But we'll throw the link up to, you have a page that is dedicated to your funding of trips and things for the church.
Yes.
By making bookmarks. Excuse me. And these bookmarks aren't just like a piece of paper and saying, I love you. You take your time, you score the paper, you get the paper, you laminate, you cut it out, you draw it, you take your time coloring it, and you hole punch it. You put tassels if you want on tassels. A lot of other cool things. Take request as well.
Yes.
So if you guys want any of that, check out the link. I may even put some of her pictures here at the end of the show. You'll have some of the pictures that'll come up just to give you a little insight. So be sure to go there. See, she didn't know I was going to do that. Just throwing that right there in there. But I mean, hey. She's it's only right. She's like her dad, but looks like her mom. It works. It works. All right, now we're gonna do some have yous.
Fun. Woo-hoo.
All right, here's what we do. Have you ever jumped off of a building with no parachute?
No.
I had no question ready. I just
No.
nothing ready. Have you ever bungee jumped?
Sadly, no.
No.
I really want
Would
to.
you?
I want to. Yeah.
Bungee jump? Really?
I do.
And I know some of these answers I already know. Have you ever ridden a camel?
No, actually.
Really? See, it's hard to ask your kids something, so I usually come prepared here. All right. Have you ever seen your dad with no beard?
Yes, I have. It's traumatizing, but I have.
They don't want me to shave it. They absolutely don't want me to shave it. Maybe they might want to clean. My son's like, yeah, I want to do it. But no, I should. No, anyway.
It's been this little side joke between us that, like, if he would ever shave his beard, I would put myself up for adoption and move to a different country because...
Well, we can't go anywhere now, so that might be the time to do it? No.
No.
All right. No, I'm just joking. No shaving of the beard. All right. Have you ever ridden a four-wheeler?
Yes, I have.
Oh.
Yesterday I did, actually.
Yes. Was that the first time?
No.
By yourself?
No.
You were on it?
Family up in Iowa.
But you rode a gator, too, by yourself.
Well, it's all his four wheels. Like
It is. It's true. It's true. But she rode a gator straight by herself. There's a video back on my Facebook. I don't have the link to that. You'll just have to miss out on that. But where I posted a video where she was driving us around by a cornfield, and I was filming it. That was kind of cool.
I mean, they trust me to take my siblings riding on these things. So I mean,
Well, I just figured if
know.
if she does anything to them, she'll just keep driving on.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
have
keep
you
driving.
ever flown in a plane?
I have, supposedly, but I don't remember it.
You don't remember it. See, I knew that question. I was going to see what she says.
Because my mom has told me about it. I don't even remember where we were going.
You
but
were
we
going to
went-
Iowa.
Oh yeah, we were going.
It
to
was a
Iowa.
family funeral, and
For who?
we'll discuss all that later.
Oh, okay.
And but nonetheless, you were young, and you actually flew before I did. I flew in 2008. Was my first time,
Oh, that's cool.
and we missed our flight by like 3 hours.
Oh,
And
no.
but we were from here. Well, y'all don't know the distance. We were 20 feet from getting donuts to where we had to go, and we got donuts. Come back, and I said, "These are not the same people." My wife is like, "Yes, they are." I said, "No, there's not. Look." Long to the short, they said we missed our flight. I tell them it's right there. The plane hasn't taken off. I got mad, and when the next one came 3 or 4 hours later, they actually put us on there and let us cut through line, and some people were disgruntled.
Nice.
We were the first people on the whole entire plane. But anyway, that was the first time I flew. So, but don't you have a trip? You had a trip that's getting canceled.
Oh yeah.
Weren't you gonna fly on that or?
No, we were gonna drive.
Okay, driving. Okay, I thought it was fun.
But
So
these
trips
are
getting
really fancy charter buses actually. For I'm in a program at my school called Honor Society.
Don't worry about that. We can keep going. So.
Okay. It's pretty cool. And yeah, I was gonna go actually to the capital, Washington D.C.
Yeah.
for a week long and go visit all the memorials, all of the like we were gonna go to the Arlington Cemetery, which would have been really cool.
That would have been neat. Very
the,
neat.
Like Iwo Jima Memorial,
Yeah.
Vietnam Wall Memorial. Like we were gonna go see everything, and we were just heartbroken because they canceled the trip.
Oh.
And the friend that I was talking about, who calls herself an atheist, we called each other and we cried on the phone for 2 or 3 hours.
Oh,
we
no.
were so upset
No. Yeah.
about the trip
Yeah. No.
being canceled. It was bad.
That is bad. Yeah, see, now, you become a father, that makes you want to cry. They don't know that, but we can do that. Well, see, I don't like hearing that. That's sad, too. Okay, have you ever dyed your hair?
No,
No.
my mother won't let me.
Wait. If you could, what color would you?
When I was younger, I had this vision to dye the tips of my hair like purple or like a tealish kind of thing. But now that my ends are really weird and curly and straight at the same time,
Girls.
it won't work anymore. So now I just leave it. But my mom said she might get me highlights because my hair.
Okay, so highlight. You would go like a lighter color.
Well,
like
not even a lighter
pink,
color.
purple, blue.
No,
No, nothing like that.
no, keep it blonde.
Oh, we should sit there and do a video. If you give me so many likes, you'll have to dye it blue. The tip's blue. We'll see.
Because if it's the tips and it grows out, then you can cut it off.
Oh, see, she's
That's
already telling secrets.
That's one reason why I would do tips if anything, because you can cut it off if you don't like it.
Okay, all right. Have you ever driven a car?
Yes,
I knew it.
I have.
She actually took our car. We let her move it one day when we were in it. It's a couple of years ago, and of course she's hitting the brakes like kids do. It was funny. I'm not gonna make.
That was special.
I won't mock you and make fun of you. It was great. It was funny. Well, then I remember you got the keys and went back out there yourself,
Oh, yeah.
and she pulls out her own self. She pulls right out and circles around. We got this big circle out here, and her mom's like, "What is she doing?" And I'm like, "What's going on?" And I didn't know what's going on, but you did that and you pulled back in. It was great. She didn't get in trouble. It was one of those we had to laugh moments. But you're 13 now. You're probably 11.
And I still just go around just driving. My mom would be like, "Go move the car," and I'll just go pull up a couple feet and reverse it.
Yeah,
fix
and
everything.
yeah,
But yeah, it's fun.
that's cool. All right, I got a question here. Have you? I'm thinking of some good ones here because I don't have the pad here. Have you ever been to the movies? That's a rhetorical question. You know she has.
But say, is that even a question? I've been so many times.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh my gosh, I've cried to about every movie I watch.
Even Pixar movies. She said the other day.
I cried to Inside Out, which is really sad. I cried to Monsters Inc.
I can.
Which is kind of sad.
I could see that.
but
I
cried
could
to
see that.
movie. I cried to every Disney movie. I cried Pocahontas, for crying out loud, people.
Okay, all right.
So I don't really have a favorite, but if I had to pick one,
Like right now.
it would probably be The Little Vampire.
Oh,
That one's a good movie.
Y'all see that?
That one's a good
The Little
movie.
Vampire, the ones that were the movie that was out when we were young.
That's
See,
a good movie. I like.
We
that.
still have VCR in there, and you know
Yeah.
what a VCR is. I think I'm fine with that, but apparently it's a little outdated. I don't know. We have 2 Blu-rays, which we don't even use, and we have a DVD player. Excuse me. I think that's cool.
The Jurassic's like all the Jurassic Park and World. All of those are great too.
Yeah, see, she loves all. This is cool. Yeah. This is cool stuff. All right, we'll do this right here too. Well, we'll throw some have-yous in there. Have you ever been to a concert?
Yes.
You've been to a concert. What's your favorite concert? Who's
like,
your favorite band?
For King and Country. They're like the best Christian band out there, bro.
Yeah.
I went to their concert. Wearing their necklace, great.
And you went to the Fox.
Yes, I went to the Fox Theater. It was really cool because the day that I went to their concert was like I'm
cried.
Probably wrong in that number, like their 50th or something like that. It was like
something. It was a short number of concerts
that they've
at
been
the low
at
number
the
of the
Fox.
rank. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just really cool, and it was their biggest light show of the year, so it was really cool.
Okay.
I got 2 sweatshirts from that, and I have a set of customized drumsticks too from that.
All right. Well, that's kind of cool. We got a few minutes here, I've got about just a few minutes. Is there anything here this last few minutes? And I always said a topic, but seeing that my kid is here and you guys get to see, she gets to see, yes, we've had our ups and downs and I've had our twists and turns. I am a dad, and our job is to make them hate us. But what you see is what you get. Even my kids know that, no matter who's around me, no matter who. So I was set out to be a host. With that being said, what is... do you have anything you want to talk about here and want to address during the last few minutes? Or anything in there?
I just want to say, I really hope this doesn't leak, because if this leaks, my teachers are probably going to see this.
No.
But you know what? It's okay.
She's on my show. She's on the show. We have to.
Teachers,
it's only right.
I have to say, I hate school from home, and you make it worse.
She does. She is one of those children. Like if I go pick her up.
Oh my god.
Or go to eat with her, and I've surprised her before and be like, she is one of these kids who want to stay. Just like a few times she wanted to go, like, can I stay? What? Every child wants to go, but you do things after school, so.
Yeah, I do a lot of after school programs. So most of the time when he goes to check me out, it's of those days that I have stuff to do after school. So it doesn't work all the time.
Well, that too. That happens. I can't surprise her. But
it's not that.
But you love school is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I don't.
That is the truth.
I don't like the building. I like the people.
She likes the people. She likes learning. When we were young, when she was even in pre-K, the teacher was like, it's obvious somebody. She was had spent time with her. She was in kindergarten, and the teacher came up and said, there's no problem with your child at all. At a parent-teacher conference, she says, but when she's done with her work, she likes to come up and look over my shoulder and tell me, like, she knows.
Yeah, that was my kindergarten.
You were going to they were doing ABCs, and they were learning certain things a day, and you were going to, what it goes to Z. They were counting up to like 5, and she was like, it goes to 100. But I stayed at home with you for 4 years, and I did. I tried. Now, does that mean my other 2 kids are? I don't know. I didn't say that, but I'm saying it showed. I think it's just fun having you on here.
It's fun.
Maybe it can be a returning. Like I said, she's watched these stuff, and she knows how it goes down. Guys, we're gonna have to get out of here. We've already not killing our time. We can go as much as we want, but we've got to do a lot of editing, and that's what's involved. I'm glad you're on the show. Thank you for the 6th installment. You're very welcome. For Big Beard and Friends, and as always, love, peace.
Chicken grease.
Chicken grease. Guys, we'll see you later.
Big beard.
Productions.